Okay, here we go. This is day 4. I don't know how this recording is going to come out because I have no internet and I'm using my phone right now. And um, Alejandra is, where are you right now?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, and there's a time zone difference, and you're on
Yeah.
your phone too. And so I need some natural light. I have no power. And so we're on day 4 of a 5-day water fast. And, traveling can be difficult and taxing
Yeah.
on the body. And so we're going to share the good, the bad, and the ugly today. And
Yes.
hopefully you will be able to get what you need to get from this. So, where are you today?
I flew yesterday, came up to St. Louis, and was fine for several hours after, just doing some work. Nothing crazy, but then we had the Blues are in the finals right now for hockey. So we were downtown. There was a lot of excitement around that, and so we were going to go watch a little bit of the game. No big deal. We went into an elevator. We were going up to a rooftop kind of bar place, and I thought, I'm fine. I'll just have some sparkling water. As soon as that elevator stopped, and the elevator went kind of fast, I think, when I got off the elevator, I could not, I had to hold on to walls to keep from falling over. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this is what that dizziness, I'm about to pass out feeling.
Yeah.
And so and my partner, he's also my boyfriend, being a functional medicine doctor, was like, you need to stop. You can't, you need to, this is it for you. And so I thought, well, let me just sit down. But I don't know if it was the height of the building, because we were 400 feet. I think that place is known to be 400 feet above St. Louis. So the altitude was kind of up there. Plus the flight, I just couldn't shake it. And then I started to get nauseous. And so he was like, yeah, you're done. So I ordered Brussels sprouts and a little bit of, I only had so much to choose from. I ordered Brussels sprouts and an appetizer of ceviche, which I thought would be the lightest. That was the lightest thing on the menu. We weren't anywhere near, home or a store. So that's what I went with. And I just ate really slowly. And it was the most enjoyable meal I think I've ever had, because I think my taste buds were asleep for so long that when they finally woke up, everything just tasted amazing. And I just chewed real slow, ate real slowly, and I kept describing the flavors, and just it was just.
You should have recorded yourself.
I know, I thought about that, but I was trying to keep from getting sick.
So, okay, so you said, I'm going to be telling the story of what not to do. So
yeah.
we know what not to do.
Yeah.
You can trace back and say you overdid it yesterday.
Absolutely. 100%.
You didn't listen to your body. So we know what not to do.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your lessons, your gifts. Is this the longest you've ever gone fasting?
Yeah, this was the longest. So I'm excited that I broke that, because consistently I've tried it about 3 times, and consistently I would make it to 32, 36 hours, 32, 36, but never this long. So I was really excited about that. Plus there was also a lot of excitement yesterday. We went to a concert last night as well.
Wow.
So there was so much.
You had to eat.
Yeah, there was so much adrenaline, I think, inside of me, that had I stayed home, what I was doing, I would have been just fine. Lessons learned around it. There was something really big, actually, that I kind of on the emotional side. There is this a sort of abuse, I think, self-abuse on myself, and I think it comes through the form of food for me. so, and I don't know why I do that. Um, so that's something I have to sit with,
Yep.
I think, for a little bit, because I realized like I wasn't hungry for 3 days. So it makes me think about why I eat the way I eat. And without really, being in gratitude over my meal and just kind of eating to live, not, instead of living to eat.
Yeah. Well, the good news here is that you know how to get to 3 days,
Yeah.
and you know how to get to the fourth and fifth day. What would you do differently? I mean, you had this whole thing planned. And one of the things Dr. Clapper says is that you need to be on vacation mode. Like,
Yeah.
I can have this rush of adrenaline and feel really good. Yesterday was a busy day for me, but with the thing with me is whenever I get tired, I go ahead and take a nap. Or
Uh-huh.
whenever, I have the privacy of my home to be able to do things. And so maybe next time you do this, you can just plan 5 days at home with no activities.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And, I think congratulations are in order that this is the longest. So we should celebrate that instead
Yeah.
of making you feel bad that you didn't make it to the fifth day, because you made a commitment every day. You
Mm-hmm.
made a
Mm-hmm.
commitment every day. But if you realize that you self-sabotage, that's a great lesson, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can go really far with that. You're in the health industry,
Yeah.
so you can really explore it to help others in the future.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 And this was not planned, actually. I just came up here to help and then to do the workshop on Saturday. But so it was kind of a last minute thing, but I sort of forgot. Um, so if I would have stayed in Jacksonville, I know this would have been fine. But the self sabotage too. I think that abuse comes from, just think some shame and some guilt, and from, just even childhood. And for me, I mean, I don't, really abuse alcohol or drugs. So what, the next thing would be food for me.
Which food is a drug. Food is a
Absolutely.
drug,
Yeah.
especially with all the synthetic stuff that's in it. Food is a drug. And
Yeah.
I feel the same way, Alejandra. I was planning on doing a meditation and all of that this morning, but I'm going to put that aside. I went to the beach this morning. I was one with nature. Let me tell you, cue the birds. That's what God was saying. Cue the birds. There were birds everywhere. And it was just such a peaceful morning for me. And I don't think I've given myself this kind of time.
Yeah.
And the realization that we don't need to eat, but we need to
Hmm.
drink water. And Dr. Furman comes on the show every month and says, you don't need to eat so much. You need high quality micronutrients. And so maybe now that I've reset, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow, I hope that, you can still join if you want to join. If not, that's fine too. But I
Yeah.
know you have a workshop. But for me, I've been listening to, because with Dr. Furman, I changed my lifestyle a long time ago, the way I
Hmm.
eat, but I didn't change how I think about food,
The relationship. Hmm.
the relationship with food. And although I'm a nutritarian, the one thing that Dr. Furman would say is, intermittent fasting is good, low caloric intake, the foods that you choose are high micro and macronutrients. And I know all that, but
Yeah.
still, I didn't change my relationship. And I think this I'm on the fourth day. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm making a commitment for the day 4. I don't know what's going to happen, but I really believe that I'll be having that watermelon on Sunday that I already bought. And
Yeah.
so with that in mind, I need to sit with why I feel like, I guess from childhood, and maybe even it was reinforced when I was about 15 years old, that I needed to eat every 2 meals because I had hypoglycemia.
Hmm.
Well, I feel and I know that my body is getting rid of some of those toxins that I've consumed or I've created in my body. And but it's just amazing that
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't hungry,
No, not at all.
and I'm not hungry, but I am a
No.
little tired. I feel like it's the end of the day and I need to take a nap. And
Yeah.
but that was the point of doing a fastcation. That was the point
Hmm.
of getting away from everything. I still had to work, but I worked out of the home. I still had to do my show and prepare and all of that, just like you had to do, go to meetings,
Yeah.
take your daughter around. But those are kind of small things. Traveling, flying, going to a party, that's a lot of temptation
Yeah.
and great lessons. Just
Yeah.
like, getting up from when I'm bored and just running to the kitchen to
Yeah.
see if I eat something.
But
That's just
and
honesty that I
yeah,
need to
and
get rid
yet
of.
usually like at a concert or something like that, or just being out and the excitement of the Blues playing their in the finals last night, that normally would have led me to overindulging, whether it's food, or just a few drinks or whatever. And I was able to stay disciplined. And I said, no, all I had was a little bit of that ceviche, the Brussels sprouts, no alcohol whatsoever. I'm like, no, I need to at least still honor what I've been doing. And,
Yes.
and I'm not going to just totally just screw up all the progress that my body has made internally, and I think emotionally as well, breaking up that relationship with food.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Something great's come from this, whether you made it to 5 or made it to 3 or whatever it is a victory. And part of this is to
Absolutely.
not shame ourselves even more, because in the meditation, we talked about how achievement is success. Just achieving something is successful. You may not have won, or you may not have made it to the final goal, or you may not have in your mind, but
Yeah.
that achievement of going further. Now, next time, what would you do different?
I would stay home 5 days straight, just stay home and just put everything on hold. Um, it's so we own the businesses, so it's a little bit difficult to, kind of put it off, and because there's nobody else to run it. So, so it's that was a challenge. But I did try to stay home. The 3 days prior, I was at home and just doing whatever I could from home. Went into the office a couple times, but it was just brief.
Well, the
But
good
yeah,
news
I
is,
would do
go
that
ahead.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I would do different mainly.
good, good. Looks like the power might be coming on soon. But I just want to say that if you decide to do this again and do a 5-day fast, you have everything on YouTube, to watch on my YouTube channel, Dr. Clapper, getting you motivated and what to do, what not to do. And so
Yeah.
it'll be easier for you, because usually, and I'll tell you, I've never done a fast longer than a day. Usually my fasts are for like a colonoscopy or an endoscopy or anything to that effect.
Yeah.
But I've never really done a fast just to fast and to
Right.
heal the body, a healing fast. And so I technically should have done one day. And they say that
And
you can
then
do the first time you do one day, the second time maybe you do 2 days. You ease into this.
right.
And but for some reason, I'm, that's just my personality. I didn't need to ease on it. I don't ease into anything. I just go full force,
100%. Yeah.
100%, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
And so what I've learned about myself is that we've got to set ourselves up for success.
Yeah.
I negotiated with my husband. He knew intuitively to not eat meals in front of me, to stay away when he was, having a snack or anything to that effect. So that was very helpful. Dr. Michael Clapper has been helpful. Your support and Victoria's support has been very helpful. I don't know what happened to Victoria. She sent me an email or a message, but because I'm not able to access it on my phone, I don't know what's going on, but I'm wishing her well, blessing. I hope
Me
she's well.
too.
She could be
Me
just
too.
taking a nap.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a question for you. Last night, before the dizziness and the elevator, I started to get this feeling of it. I've never felt euphoric before, but I think I know what it feels like now, because I felt just very at peace, very calm, and I was almost like thinking everything was beautiful. Like I was like, that's so beautiful. It was like almost a feeling of being high, and not that long time ago, but it was almost a feeling of being high. And I was like, what is that? Like, just listening to myself, I felt like I was a completely different person. Like everything was just very happy, very joyous, very, I don't know, euphoric, I guess is the word.
I am feeling the same way. I'm feeling a sense of awareness. I'm feeling
Yes.
peace, a sense of peace. I'm really, truly, I never thought that this water fast was going to be about digging into my spirit.
Yeah.
But it really has been about that. And so I mean, would you do this again?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So I do kind of regularly go 24 hours. Every couple of weeks, I make a habit of doing that because I know the benefit of it. And then I also catch myself but I was using that as a remedy for the abuse so it wasn't done in a good spirit. Like I hear Dr.
Okay.
Clapper talking about, the spirit of the fast, the spirit of the fast. There was no spirit in my fast. It was like, I just screwed up. I just abused my body like really badly. So let me try to make up for it. So it really was, it wasn't done in the right way. So this has woken me up to that greatly. So now, I'll continue to do a 24-hour every couple of weeks. And then in a couple of weeks, try a 5-day again.
Well, let me know. I don't think I'm ready to do another 5-day one because of my schedule, but I would love to do this at least once a year. Once a year, do this, to give my body a rest. And I am going to commit. I believe I will. I'm not going to, I'm going to wait till the end of my fast to make any commitments. But I do want to commit to doing some intermittent fasting, or maybe doing the same thing that you're doing, that 24-hour, or 36 hours where you take your dinner, you don't eat the next day, and then you break with fast, or you break later that day. And then my husband, he's been watching me, and he's open. He seems like he's opening to doing this fast.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and because he sees and he hears, because every doctor that we've had on the classroom this week knows a lot about fasting and has reinforced the fact that when we eat, our cells are focused on the digestion process, but when we don't eat, our cells are focused on repair.
Right. Yeah.
And perhaps that's why. And let me tell you, I don't know if this has happened to you. My sense of smell has returned.
Heightened. Everything's heightened. All my senses are heightened. Like I'm hearing things, and I kept saying, "What's that noise? What is that? What is that?" And everybody's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Food can be a weapon of mass destruction. The fork can be a weapon of mass destruction, or it can be a tool to heal every cell in our body. And so I just want to commend you, and I want to acknowledge you for coming on today and sharing your thoughts. But I do want to say that I hope that you don't feel bad. I hope that you see this as a victory.
I do.
How was it eating your food? Did you feel like guilty at all?
No, it was amazing. I didn't feel good. I was in so much gratitude, and I don't think I ever experienced food in that way. Like I'm telling you, I could point out herbs, which usually I'm so numb to that and so asleep to what's in this food. I'm just like eating. And I was like, I kept telling my partner, I'm like, do you taste the dill in this? Can you feel that? It's like, it was amazing.
So good.
It
So
was
good.
so
Well,
amazing.
I bought a watermelon yesterday. Well, I didn't. My husband bought it for me. He came home with this big watermelon, and
Yeah,
I showed it to Dr. Clapper yesterday during our time.
I saw
And
that.
and I'm looking forward to Sunday, where I get to break my fast. And again, I'm committing to day 4, and tomorrow we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
what today holds for me. I feel good. I still am not hungry. I am
you look
shocked.
great. Your
Huh?
skin looks amazing.
Oh,
Your
really?
Yeah, your skin looks beautiful. Yeah.
Thank
Like it
you.
just has, it's radiant right here, right here.
Well, I can't
Perfect
see
glow.
myself because I'm on my phone. So
Right.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I feel a little tired. I woke up at midnight. I went to bed like at 10. Woke up at midnight,
Uh-huh.
and again I woke up after that around maybe 3 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Got so much done, and then I went back into bed because I wanted to catch the sunrise, and I'm going to be posting the sunrise later on.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
sharing my thoughts at the beach. I'm
Okay.
going to do that. And then after this call, I don't have anything planned. No show,
Oh, good.
no classroom, no nothing. I am going to lay in bed, might even do my nails. I am going to treat myself maybe for a bath. My husband said, he goes, let me know because I'll be there to catch you if anything happens.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I'm down to 112 pounds, and
Wow.
at 5'6", that's kind of, I've been this small before, but I think I was in 7th grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it was good right before I had my uterus removed. So, but I've not been this weight in a long time. But the moment I start chewing on that watermelon, I'm going to be like an inflatable raft. I know I'm going
Ah,
to gain this weight. I'm not concerned about it. I've never been
no.
worried about things like that. I've never been a dieter. I know what to do. I know that I need to eliminate sugar. I know that I need to eliminate processed. That's how I diet. I go
Right.
back to roots of whole food, plant-based.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for your support during this whole thing. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful that you exceeded what you have done in the
Yeah.
past.
I definitely had some breakthroughs. I will say I took a picture on Monday. And I took a picture again last night, and the difference in the inflammation in my face was huge. Like I
Wow.
definitely had some inflammation going on, and I can even see it too in my waistline. My belly's not so distended. Um, so there was that, and yesterday when I did take my heart rate was way up, and it's also because of all the activity and all that, and so that was kind of a key
Gosh,
to
you,
me,
you
like,
just pushed yourself so much.
yeah,
You flew, went to a concert, a party, yeah, it's a lot.
yeah,
And so I think that the lesson here is that we do have to take a vacation, a fast
hmm,
vacation, a fastcation, and and just love ourselves in
yeah,
ways that we never loved ourselves before. And I think that's what I'm getting out of it. Whether you do 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 40 days, it's
hmm,
about loving yourself. And I think that that's what I've gotten out of it so far.
yeah, same. It
And
definitely
today's
wakes up.
Yeah, and today's meditation was so beautiful, and
Mhm.
with Mary Davis's, and I'm not going to share it because I don't have it with me. It's in another room, but just know that I send you blessing, and I wish you a great success today in your workshop, and I look forward to continuing our relationship when you get back.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
much love to you and Victoria. I hope if you get to talk to her, please tell her that I'm thinking about her, and I hope she's doing well.
Awesome. Keep us in your prayers
I
and
will.
send us energy, your energy. And
I'll be
so
watching.
good, good,
I'm
good, good.
excited for you.
I am too. I really am.
Yeah.
So we'll say goodbye. My phone's about to die because there's no power, and my phone's about to
Okay.
die. But I just want to say thank you, and thank you all for watching. And I
Yeah.
hope the
Yeah. No, thank you.
conversation has been helpful, especially if you're thinking of breaking your fast and how to do it. Have lots of fruit today.
I am. I'm still gonna try to. So I'll just go to time restricted feeding. So I won't eat until about 3 o'clock.
Listen, that's intermittent fasting. So I said at the
Mhm.
beginning, you could either do a juice cleanse, intermittent
Mhm.
fast, or the 5-day cleanse with us. As long as you're doing some fasting, you can still join in the conversation because you're sharing your experience of your fast. So you just
Yeah.
broke your fast. You could still go into another fast and do it again. So
Yeah.
be gentle with yourself today because you've put your body through a lot. And I'm looking forward to it. If you want to join us tomorrow, please feel free to do so.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna continue to eat well and see how it goes.
Okay. See ya.
Okay. Bye, Lillian.
Bye. Let me see how I can turn this off.